Oraciones con dos verbos. What we're going to talk about is how to put together some things that you already know in order to indicate something slightly different. There are several verbs that can be used as the first verb in a two-verb sentence. What this means is if you put two verbs right next to each other, there are several options of verbs that you can use to do that. Some of the verbs are regular and some have some spelling changes. It's important to know these verbs in order to be able to express more sophisticated ideas. So rather than saying that you are doing something, you can say that you want to, or you can, or you're going to do something, or you have to do something. The first verb that we are going to go over is deber. Deber means to have to or must when it is followed by a second verb. So deber plus another action means that someone has to do that action or they must do that action. Deber has an alternative meaning. It can mean to owe, but that is talking about like owing money or owing time, and that is not the sense we are going to talk about today. We are going to talk specifically about how to use this in a two-verb construction. Deber is a regular verb, so all you do is use your ER endings. Debo, debes, debe, debemos, debeis, deben. The second verb we're going to talk about is poder. Poder means to be able to. We also translate it as can. And I know you're familiar with yo puedo. We all know yo puedo. But remember that we can use this with other people. It doesn't always have to be about me, yo, yo, yo all of the time. So puedo, puedes, puede, podemos, podéis, pueden. Poder is an O to UE stem changing verb. So it follows regular rules. All you are doing is changing this O to UE and then using your ER endings. But remember that you never change the nosotros and vosotros forms in your stem changing verbs. Querer, to want. Yo quiero. Again, we know quiero, but remember that you can use it for anybody you want. You can say quiero, quieres, quiere, queremos, queréis, quieren. Querer is an E to IE stem changing verb. So the first E, or the E after you take off the stem, is going to change to IE. Remember, except in the nosotros and vosotros forms where it does not change, and then it is an ER verb, so you're going to use your ER endings. So these verbs are commonly used as the first verb in a two-verb sentence. So let's talk about some ejemplos. I have to pack my suitcase. Here we have the expression, I have to do something. So remember that is going to be deber. And then pack is the second action. So this would translate to debo hacer mi maleta. Because I take deber, I do the yo form, so I ended with debo. And then to pack my suitcase is hacer mi maleta. Notice hacer stays in the unconjugated form. We do not change hacer to match I because I already have debo that matches I. We can take the plane. So the can verb, that is poder, and then my second action is take. Podemos tomar el avión. Podemos tomar el avión. So we can, there's podemos, matching we, and then tomar, we don't change. Maria wants to travel to Spain. Wants is querer, and then the second action is travel. So we have María quiere viajar a España. So quiere matching María, and then viajar without changes. There are also some expressions that work the same way, but they have some additional words you need in between. So these expressions can be treated like the first verb in a two-verb sentence. Two of these expressions are ir plus a, meaning you are going to do something, or tener plus que, meaning you have to do something. Now, you might be thinking, well, you just told me that deber is what you use to say you have to do something. And that is also true. Tener que and deber are two different ways of saying the same thing. So options if you want to switch up your vocabulary and switch up your wording. Either one is fine. So here are some examples using those expressions. I have to get a passport. So have to, do something, and tener que always is going to be used with a verb following it. Remember, deber has a secondary meaning, but tener que has to have an action. Tengo que obtener un pasaporte. So here we have tengo matching I, que because that's part of the expression, and then obtener, which is not changed. Now, be very, very careful with the word get because get has lots of different meanings. So you have to look at what you are talking about. In this case, to get a passport is I'm going to obtain a passport. So obtener. We are going to buy tickets. If we are going to do something, that's ir a. And then buy tickets, buy is the second action there. So, vamos a comprar billetes. So, we are going, that matches we. Then we have a, that's part of the expression, ir a. And then comprar, which does not change, billetes. Vamos a comprar billetes. So, again, it is the same concept where you change the first verb to match the person doing the action and you leave the second one the same, but you have this que and this a that go in there as well. I hope that this helps you to step up your language a little bit so that you can express what you really mean.